Hey friends, it's Tracey from Nova Scotia Living, and I'm coming to you late in the day, kind of. It's 3:08, 3:09, and I'm going to start making supper. Now this supper isn't going to be for me or my husband, because we're doing the keto thing if you guys are new, but I'm going to make a big loaded up chili. They haven't had chili in a while, and I have some stuff I want to use up, like a bunch of red onions, and I have corn I always put in my chili, and I have a few hot dogs I'm going to put in my chili, and I have 2 packages of hamburger. They're not great big packages, so I'm going to cook 2. Hamburger these days is quite pricey, so I'd love to be able to dig into this chili, but I'm not gonna. I'll find myself. I have frozen pre-made keto dishes. Most of you guys know, but if you don't, I'm telling you now. So this is medium ground beef. So I just turned that on. I thought I'd chit chat with you for a little while I'm making this. The girls had a good day at school. I took it easy today. I didn't do a whole lot except a couple loads of laundry, and I had to rest quite a bit, but this is my time to shine and get something done. So if I can feed my family with a nice big pot of chili that might last a couple days, that's what I'm going to do. I'm using my big frying pan because I'm going to be adding stuff to this, but oh, I need my good sharp knife. I'm going to chop up that pepper and that onion. I might add another onion because although onions are delicious, they're a no-go for carbs, for keto, unless you really limit it, and I just can't do that to myself because I can't limit it, so it's better for me not to have any than a little bit. Silly, I know, but it's the truth. Ruth? So how was your day? It's Friday. Any big plans for the weekend? We might be going to a birthday party tomorrow, maybe. Natalie went to the Science Olympics today, and she had to be to the school for 7:30 in the morning. Now, usually she catches the bus here, it's 20 after 7. But I had to get up and get the kids and all the little ones up and out the door. My husband was home, but I had Misha and Messiah outside waiting for the bus before I left, and zipped her to town. Oh, let me say, it was a major rat race. All done and told or whatever. I was back to the house at 8 o'clock though. I need to rinse this. I got a yellow pepper over there too. I think I'm gonna use up. So anyways, yeah, she had to be there for 7:30. I got her there just on time. The vice principal called me right at 7:30, and I was like 2 minutes away. I'm like, hold the bus, we're almost there. So they did. But it was just, I think, 4 or 5 kids that went, because her team, you know, worked their way up the Science Olympics and got to go to Yarmouth. So that was exciting for her. A nice experience. The thing is, they didn't get back to town till around 3 o'clock, and I wasn't able to be in town to pick her up, so my dad picked her up. I don't know if you can hear me over all this sizzling. So I'm standing close to the camera shouting. The Amazon people just came here. I opened it already. I ordered some black seed oil. Have you guys ever heard of that? I never heard of it before. It's derived from cumin. Anyways, to take twice a day. It's just a natural supplement, and I guess it's very good for you. So we'll see. I took my turmeric today and my MCT oil, And for lunch, I just had one of my frozen meals in the deep freezer. I took a picture of it. But honestly, this afternoon, I just had to lay. I had to lay and rest my bones. I haven't been able to do a whole lot. I cleared the floor this morning, but I still didn't even vacuum. But I'll get to it, or somebody will. I always like a good chili. It's a good dump meal. Like, you can put so many things in chili. I know I have an old video of me making chili for a freezer meal. If I think of it, I'll put it down below. This is just pretty much going to be a cooking chit-chat video, make supper with me time video. I'm expecting, I bought another camera because, you know, I'm supposed to be sending my good camera away. I didn't buy a big fancy camera, and it's supposed to be arriving today. I was going to try to order my dad's, but it didn't really have the capability of, it would take a video, but not a very good one. I don't know if this one's going to be great or not. We're going to see. It was from a company I never heard of, so maybe that's why it didn't cost very much, but the reviews were pretty good. It was only around $100 bucks or something, 120 bucks, and I thought I could use it if it's good. If not, that sucker's going back. Let me rinse this off. Anyways, that's supposed to be arriving today. It's not here yet. Big bowl in the sink. I always cook all my stuff right in with meat, onions, and everything. Now I will have to strain this because it's medium ground, but whatever. Oh, onion. How I love thee. Oh, onion skin. There we go. So yeah, I'm just going to get my husband to pick up Mally after work. And that'll be that. Hopefully my teenager comes home on the bus. And Messiah came home with a t-shirt because it's Wee Day here. I don't know if it's like that all over Canada or no, just Nova Scotia or all over North America. I don't know. But they had Wee Day. And anyways, they had like t-shirt throwing, you know, they would throw t-shirts. Anyway, she got one, so she was quite excited to tell me all about that when she got home. Maybe I'll just do one onion. I'm just trying to find a way to use up these red onions. I still have yellow onions too, but yeah, since doing the keto, I've learned a lot of things about carbs. I didn't realize there's so many carbs and things. Now, it's not that this stuff isn't good for you, but because I love my vegetables. I do, and it's hard cutting back on the vegetables I love, but I'm doing it, and I'm getting used to it. You know, it's really taken me a while. I'm not the biggest fruit eater. Like, I never really was a big fruit eater. So that part hasn't bothered me so much. This bothers me, but I'm getting better at it. Isn't that a nice color though? Like how it's all mixed up with the hamburger. Now I have celery in there, but I'm not going to put it in there here. Sometimes I do. But I can eat celery, so I'm saving that sucker. I'm going to cut up a couple hot dogs too. I know it's not classy, but it uses them up. Usually I fry those up separately though, so they don't get all soggy. I'll just cut them up for now. Larson's wieners. And I like to brown them because, I don't know, it just has a little bit of a bite in the chili. Not dried out bite, but you can tell it's just not a boiled hot dog. I am going to use all my homemade tomato sauce and my homemade, or home canned mushrooms. What else oh, a home canned corn. But that's just from, oh, goodness sakes, frozen corn, but still. Oh. So I'll go down in the basement and get that stuff in a minute. I just want to fry this up. And it's only early. I'll be able to put this in a pot and simmer it. I'm going to use Harriet, my heritage pot. And she'll be big enough to hold all this. Now I haven't put any seasonings. I'll wait till I strain it and then season it up a bit. I want to add some garlic too, but I'll add that after this. I know, I'll put it in now. Gotta get it into the fridge. Now all my kids like chili, from the biggest to the smallest, honestly. So, I'd like to make a chili one day, like a keto chili, which I don't think would be hard to do. But today, it's a non-keto chili. I just wouldn't put the beans in it. I'm going to use my home canned beans too, guys. I wouldn't put the beans in it. I've made a vegan chili before, and I put nutritional yeast in it, and I'd put millet in it. Well, I mean, I wouldn't use millet now, but, you know, and that always turns out good. I haven't done that in a long time, but... yeah, this is pretty well cooked, the meat that is. Just let that garlic warm up and season everything. I'm going to strain this, guys, and I'll bring you back. Alright, I just strained that and put that hamburger stuff in big old Harriet there. But see how they brown up a little bit? I like them that way. After these, I put these in the pot, I'll go down and get that other stuff. And then I just simmer it nice, low and slow. It's just like making spaghetti. Like within, you know, 20 minutes you can have a chili together. I'll give you a half hour and your chili will be done. Now it's better after it simmers and sits a while, but it will be all assembled and you can't eat it, I find. Like, it's one of the easier meals. Today I'm just chopping up extra stuff because I want to use it up. I just turned it down while I was dealing with that pot. I got my washing machine going now. If I had the energy, I would have hung it out today, but I didn't. And I got a giant laundry monster in there. Clean clothes I got to deal with, but I'm not doing that today either. Yep, it's catching back up on me. There. I'll be back. I'll go down and get my stuff, and then we'll dump it all in. Alright, there's my big pot, and I just went down and got my stuff from the basement, so we're going to open it up and start dumping it in. Let me move you back a smidgen. Is that better? I don't know. Just get in the box. I'm going to move the box over there closer. This is all my home canned stuff, so I have videos on all of this stuff, I believe. And I'll try to remember to put those down below. But I'm going to open the corn. Whoops. It's nice to have a splash of color in there and something a little sweet. Pineapple's good to put in chili too, if you've ever had it that way. I don't have any. Oh. Woo. I don't strain my corn. There's one. I am going to strain my mushrooms. I have 2 jars of black beans and 2 jars of kidney beans. So I'm going to go strain those and I'll be right back. Okay, I have my beans all strained. It's a lot of beans. A lot of beans, but I just strained them in the same thing I did the hamburger in. So I'll move this out of the way. I didn't strain the mushrooms yet, but I will. They're already cooked because you do them in a pressure canner. So it cooks them in there. So really those just need to be heated up. So let me get this. Alright, there's the mushrooms. It's just the size of a regular little can of mushrooms. I'm going to turn this down low because now I'm going to start adding the sauce. So we can get this show on the road. Ooh, I'm knocking stuff over. But as it sits down there, it kind of divides, you know, the liquid and stuff like that. So you'll see, but it's nice thick. It's nice thick sauce. But I let it simmer for a long time before I can it up. There's one. Oh, I shouldn't have used that knife. Yeah, this job called for Harriet for sure. My friend Candy's the one that named her when I got this pot. I like to name some of my pots, and she threw that name out, and that was that. Two. Getting my hands dirty. I should be careful doing that. I don't want to scratch the bottoms of my jars, but there. If I need more, I still got 300 pounds of tomatoes in the basement, so I can always get more. There. Let me mix this up and see. Ooh, it'll feed an army, small army. Yeah, I'm gonna need more sauce than that. At least 1 or 2 more jars. Doesn't that look nice? I'm gonna shred some cheese, or I have a little sour cream in there, depending on how spicy. They can put a dollop of it on top of their chili with a few parsley flakes. Yeah, I need some more sauce. I'll be back, guys. Okay, I put 2 more jars of homemade sauce, and I found this in my pantry. Yep, I know, but I always would put a can of tomato soup in my chili, or sometimes my spaghetti sauce, or half a can in my taco meat seasoning. I find it adds a lot, so I have them in my pantry, and like I say, I'm trying to use some stuff up, and it's not that I'm, you know, trying to change the world or anything, but I just want to make a nice big comforting pot. Look at what the difference it was adding those 2 more jars. I haven't added any spices to this yet, so I gotta get a move on. I'll turn it up. But when you turn it up, you obviously gotta keep stirring it like pretty regularly, or it'll scorch to the bottom. Let me grab some spices. My counter's all cluttered up right here with the bowls and the strainers and the jars. And my son just got home. He's like, whatever you're making smells good. I said, I'm making chili. So, when will it be done? I said, oh, in about 20 minutes. Funny guy, funny guy. Got some garlic powder. I'm looking for some onion powder. There's onion powder. I know I have chili powder somewhere. Yep, chili powder. Some kosher salt. Some black pepper. I've got cayenne pepper and stuff. I'll just add this stuff for now. It's gonna seem like a lot. I'm just going to try to use up the rest of this. It's a big, how big is that? 10 quart or 16 quart? I forget how big. I think it's a 10 quart pot. So she's big. She's big. I just want to see how much I'm putting in there. That's kosher salt. Seems like a lot. That's probably a tablespoon and a half, something like that. But it is for this big pot. And now some onion powder. I know a lot of you always think that I use so much, but I do. We like a lot of seasoning. Now I do want to measure out my chili powder. I don't usually put that in though until I know it's good and hot. So let me start mixing this up. Oh boy, this is going to be good. Well, I say it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. Where's my pepper grinder? Yeah, I don't want it right up on maximum without standing right by it. And my son brought in my Amazon box, so I'll open that here in a minute. Well, after supper, and we'll just see. Or maybe I'll open it as a separate... I don't know. We'll see. What am I looking for? Oh, the pepper. Starting to bubble a little bit, you know, jiggle. Now, if I have diced tomatoes, oh, I think I have some down in the basement. I'm not going to go back down there, though. I think there's enough stuff in this for now. If I made it any bigger, I'd have to use my big stock pot. But this, at least half of this chili will be eaten today. And then it's the weekend, right? So we'll be making food over the weekend, but there'll be a little bit of this left. If somebody doesn't want what we're making, they can have a little bowl of chili. You know, it works out that way. Yeah, I'll bring you back when I add my chili powder, because this is taking a minute. I think I'm going to use up this herb and garlic cheddar that I got, 50% off. It's, I wouldn't really eat it because it has, well, it's not too bad, 1 gram of carb for 1.5 inch cube. That's not too bad. But I have 2 of these, so I'm going to grind that up and they can put that on top of their chili. Alright, I think it's pretty hot. It's jumping in there. I turned the heat down between 6 and a 7. I'll probably turn it down even a little bit more. Now that it's all hot and all the way through, I like to add the, I'll do 2 generous, that's probably 3 good sized tablespoons. I like using this because it can scrape the bottom of my pot really well to make sure nothing's sticking on it. It's one of those rubber spatula things. But it's nice and thick, look at that. But still saucy at the same time, not watery, but saucy. Saucy, saucy. So I'm gonna let this simmer. Well, it'll even be better tomorrow, but I'm gonna tell my son, you know, well, he's upstairs now anyways, but I'm gonna turn it down to a 4. Keep an eye on it, but I gotta let that chili seasoning sink in, you know, about 10-15 minutes and see how spicy it is. If it needs more, I'll add more. If it needs less, well, that's too bad. It's just gonna be spicy, but I think it'll be fine. Alright, so I'll be back, guys. Alright, I'm gonna get my teenagers out now because he's sniffing around. So I'll get it ready. I'm gonna give him a bottle of hot sauce with it. I tasted just the sauce, just a little smidge to see, and it's really not that spicy at all. So he likes stuff really spicy, so he can just have a few dashes of hot sauce with his. But that'll be perfect for the kids and the little ones. There. Good size helping. He is a growing boy after all, at the age of 16. And herb and garlic cheese. That'll slowly melt into it when he stirs it up. And that already has little specks of green in it, but I could put a smidgen of parsley if I can find it. Just for giggles. What do you think of that? Looks pretty good to me. Misha's out there asleep on the couch. Messiah's buzzing around, and Maze is sitting on the floor wrapped up in a blanket playing with the toy. So I'm going to let this pot simmer for a while because it's only 5 after 4. I turned it way down on low. You can see that. I'll stir it every once in a while, but it's not really going to scorch on the bottom unless I just let it sit there for, you know, a half hour or something. But I'll stir it every once in a while and get these guys their supper in a bit. Alright guys, it's been some time later. I'm just going to get my supper out now. It's 7:15. And yeah, they all ate the chili. There's about a quarter of that chili left. My sister-in-law came. She had some chili and brought a container home with her too. And I'm getting hungry now, so I'm going to have this and maybe a smoothie. I'd like to have a smoothie today, so I'm going to heat this up with chicken and Brussels sprouts. Yeah, I have chicken, a stuffed mushroom with cream cheese and spices and sunflower seeds on top, and Brussels sprouts with little bits of bacon in it. And I think I roasted them and then I fried them or sauteed them with the bacon grease. So that's what I'm going to have. There it is, and I just had another apple cider vinegar shot, so I'm doing it twice a day. That's what I'm going to try before my meals. And yeah, so I'm going to debone that chicken and dig out the franks. Alright, I just made my smoothie. It's a little, I used water instead of coconut milk because I don't have any, but yeah, it's going to go down the hatch and then I'll be good. I'm just going to flip you around here for a second. Ooh, yeah. No, I think that camera came today, but I'm not opening it today. I'm feeling a little lazy now. It's just one of those days. Not a bad day, a good day though. It's Friday. It's 7:31 now, so I'm gonna get the littles to bed here shortly. And my teenager wants to go to Frenchie's tonight. He's been asking to go, so he hasn't come down again since, but once they get to bed, then I can venture into town and not feel like the pressure to get back, because there's, you know, screaming little ones around, you know what I mean? But yeah, that supper was good. And yeah, I'm sorry today was just make supper with me kind of video. Well, I'm not sorry, that's just the way life goes sometimes. But I did do a bunch of laundry, but it's still sitting in my laundry room, of course. But at least it's done. I gotta have a sip of this. My tongue's burning from all that Frank's hot sauce. Yeah, it still tastes good. It tastes about the same, only it's just a little waterier than the coconut milk. But I'm gonna have that, and I won't eat again till probably lunchtime tomorrow. So I'm down to like 2 meals a day. That's what I've worked myself up to, and I plan on staying at 2 meals a day until I feel like I can do 1 meal a day for a while to see how that goes. But I know, but still, if I ever do get down to 1 meal a day, it'll still have the same count of carbs. Like, I'll really bulk it up. Like, I'll have a nice big bulking supper or something like that. But that's down the road. That's not right now. But yeah, June is fast approaching, and I'm really looking forward to starting this modified potential exercise routine, just to see if that helps me a bit more. I'm really going to be at a snail's pace. It's going to be hilarious, really, compared to all the fitness people out there, but it'll be, you know, at my pace. I'm going to do it at my pace, and it's all good. I did wash those clothes I got from Frenchie's the other night, and yeah, I'm gonna jump in with 2 feet. Well, that is if I can jump. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. So I might take a spin to town here shortly, but I'll leave you guys on the charger and stuff. Maze is out there squealing and laughing. He is full of something, isn't he? He's a hyper little boy sometimes, but Misha's woken up and went back to sleep and woken up and went back to sleep. So, but it is Friday. I don't mind. I'm just gonna let her be. And Mally went down with her auntie for a sleepover tonight, who stopped in. So, yeah, I'm down 1 child today. So, hip hip hooray. But she always has a good time down there. Oh, and my sister-in-law brought me a big bag of apples. She stopped to this farm up the valley when she was up to the city. But a farm in the valley, and you can buy like a 20-pound bag of apples for $5. I know I've said this before in some videos, but I think it's called Cortland's Noggins Farm. I think that's what it is. But she picked me up a bag, so that's good. I'm not eating apples, but I might make them an apple crisp this weekend. I haven't done that, and it's Messiah's absolute favorite, so it'd be a nice surprise to make a quick little apple crisp. It doesn't take long at all. But yeah, peace, love, and happiness today and every single day, guys. And when I say that, I really mean it. Yeah, please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose. But if not, that's okay with me too. I still love everybody out there. I do. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. But yeah, I don't know what the weather's going to be. I don't know a whole heck of a lot. But I'll be here. So if you feel like coming over to visit, my door's always open to you. It really is. I love when you stop by for a little chat or a yarn or a meal or a cup of tea or just keeping me company while I fold a mountain of laundry. Whatever I'm doing, you're more than welcome to come and hang out with me. So, and my gaggle of monsters I have running around here. Running and crawling and stomping around here. Alright guys, well I'm going to enjoy my smoothie, juicy green drink. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, happy Friday guys. Love ya. Bye. Boink.